Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create this cute puff top. This top is super easy and beginner friendly to make. It has a crisscross design at the back, and yeah, it's just super easy and beginner friendly. So you first want to make a slip knot and make a chain of 20. To make a chain, it's simply just yarn over and pull through. You may also chain more or less depending on your size. So let's say if you have a bigger chest, you would chain more, and if you have a smaller chest, you would chain less. After chaining 20, you're gonna make a double crochet in the second stitch from the hook. Now a double crochet is yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. So for this first row, we're simply just placing double crochets throughout the whole chain. So I'm done with my first row, and I'm just simply going to chain 1 and turn my work. And for this second row, I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to keep placing double crochets throughout the whole stitch or the whole row, whatever. Yeah, I'm just going to keep placing double crochet till I get to the end. So I'm at my third row or second row, and I'm just completing my stitches, my double crochet, and I'm just completing the last double crochet, and I'm just gonna chain 1, flip my work, and keep inserting double crochets. Now this is like a repetitive process, and like you're just gonna keep doing this process till you get to like the length of the the upper piece you want. So this is kind of like practice for beginners as well. So just keep making double crochets, just keep chaining ones, making double crochets till you get the desired length you want. And I'll meet you guys when I'm kind of like halfway through to like show you guys like the whole process and everything, because like I guess like showing you guys like where I stopped kind of helps as well, so like you guys can also keep track as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna like show you guys like halfway through and then complete it. And also make sure like all your double crochets add up to 19, because sometimes when you're doing it you might forget to add a double crochet in the ending. So like to be sure, just make sure like to count all your stitches to make sure they're 19 double crochets, and you're good to go. If this is like really fast for you, you could always go back or replay it a few times to kind of like get the hang of what I'm doing, because sometimes I go like fast and I don't even know I'm going fast. So please, I apologize for going too fast sometimes, but if it's too fast for you, you can just replay it a few times to kind of like get the hang of what I'm doing. So this is what your work should be looking like so far. Like I'm just like in the halfway of the top part, and it's looking like pretty like a rectangular shape to me. Like it's just like a rectangular shape, to be honest. And yeah, I'm just basically doing the exact same thing like I did. Make sure you chain one, make sure you put your last double crochet in the last stitch. Just make sure you're doing all the necessary things that you need to like achieve this, rectangular piece top thingy, and you're good to go, because this is like pretty easy for beginners as well. So I don't think you should have like as much trouble. So yeah, like I said the other time, you could go back if it's too fast for you. But yeah, this should be pretty easy because it's basically just adding double crochets in every row. And also at this point, I already had 18 rows. So at this point, I already placed the piece over my body or my chest, and it covered completely, and it was about 25 rows, and it turned out to be like 15.5 ish inches thereabout. So yeah, at this point I'm just done, and I'm basically gonna cut off my work and fasten off. So at this point I'm literally just making a slip knot with my 5.5 millimeter hook, and I'm making a chain of 11, and I'm simply just going to attach the chain to my top part using a slip stitch, and then I basically just single crochet throughout like the whole side to create the bottom piece. So I'm basically just like making all these single crochets. I know like it's like really hard to see, but just like work with something. I'm placing in every double crochet space, which is like not even like that bad. So just just make a single crochet in every double crochet space. So I'm placing my last single crochet, and I'm making 11 chains. And once I make my 11 chains, I'm gonna turn my work and then single crochet throughout the whole chain and that whole row itself. So I'm gonna like turn my work, and then I'm gonna place single crochet in the whole chain, like in the back loops, because like I already turned my work, so it's gonna be like weird, so I just put it in the back loops instead. And I just placed my chains, my single crochet on that row itself. So I use a 5.5 millimeter hook for this part because I wanted my single crochet to like stand out, because single crochet always tends to be like really tiny, and like if I use the 4 millimeter hook, it would just like look really small and weird. So like the best option for me was to use the 5.5 millimeter hook, and that turned out amazing. Like it literally like made like the single crochet to like be significant, and like it just brought out like the whole like beauty in the single crochet. So yeah, that's why I used a 5.5 millimeter hook, but you can use any single hook you want. So that was just my preference. Everybody's preference is different, so yeah. So I'm done with my first row, and I'm just gonna make a chain one and then keep making my single crochet throughout the second row. So literally the same thing, so repetitive, like really easy to follow. Just keep making your single crochet, chain one, same thing, same thing. So this is what it's starting to look like. It's starting to get that puffy look and that puffiness we need for the top part. So yeah, just keep placing your single crochet, and I'm going to show you guys when I'm halfway through. So this is what it looks like halfway through. I think this is like the third row or the sixth row. Like I like to count those big fat things as rows, so basically the third row. And yeah, this is like the update that I'm giving you guys, and this is what it should be looking like so far. So I'm done with my bottom portion, and this is what it should look like. I chained about, no, I made about 8 rows. Yeah, I made about 8 rows, and this is what it should look like. You should chain 2 and cut your yarn off and fasten off at this point. So yeah, so we're gonna do that, and then we'll move on to the next step. So at this point, I'm just sewing in my loose ends, and I'm basically like cutting my loose ends off. Sometimes I try to hide it, but yeah, I just do whatever suits you. So in the next part, we're gonna make the strings, and we're basically just making a slip knot, and we're making like the longest chain. Like, just make chains, bro. We're making about like 300 to 350 chains right here, or 400 in fact. Like, I don't even know how much I did because I couldn't count it, like it was just too much. But just make a very long chain. If you think it's not long enough, make more, because you're gonna need it. So at this point, I'm basically just ending my chains and cutting off the excess yarn. Yeah, and pulling through, I mean. So yeah, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to like couple everything together and attach everything together. So we're gonna bring our piece, and we're basically grabbing the string that we made, and we're just, I don't know how to explain this, but I really don't know how, but you just like basically bring it out, skip 2 double crochet or 3 double crochet stitches, and then like put it back in and like bring it out again. So you're like putting it out and then putting it back in again. Like, I don't know if you guys get it, I don't know if you guys understand, but hopefully the video like helps you. So yeah, just using our hook to like pull the string back outwards, and then we're pulling it back inwards again. So yeah, if this is too complicated, just go back, watch it a few times so you can get the hang of it. The main aim of this is just to basically bring out the puffiness of the top, because that's like basically the uniqueness of the top, that puffy front part. So yeah, just keep doing this process, go back a few times if you don't understand it, and yeah, you get the hang of it, trust me. So moving on to the next part, we're gonna insert a hook, and then we're making a crisscross for the back side. So we're just basically pulling our hook, or I mean putting like the string in with our hook, and we're making the other cross with the other chain, and then we're basically doing the same thing, putting the string out, and we go to the middle side of the other string, and then we take the other string and then we pull it. Oh my god, you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, just basically like take the other string from the other part and then put it through the middle part of the back piece, and then take the other string and then put it through the middle part. So we're basically like doing the opposites. So the opposites of that one is going through the other one, and the opposites of that one is going through the other one. Yeah. Once you've reached this step, you're basically done with the whole top itself. I'm just making like a bow to like finish up the process. But yeah, you're basically done. You can add beads or whatever details you want. But yeah, you're done. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and also share this to your friends or your loved ones, and I'll see you guys in my next video.